besties, welcome back to my slightly chaotic yet ultimately super safe corner of the internet. My name is apparently Amanda, and today we're doing a recap on all of the drama going on around the Uberhood. Stay tuned to get information about the families that we'll be visiting this week during stream. Before I begin, let me just say I'm on all social media at Apparently Amanda TV, except for Twitch, that's where I'm just Apparently Amanda. On Tuesdays on my main YouTube channel, I upload Paralive's rotational gameplay, and on Fridays you get these recaps. These recaps are designed to prep you for the week ahead in my Sims 2 Uberhood stream, so you know the backstory on all the families that we'll be hanging with. My streams happen every day from Tuesday to Sunday, 1 p.m. on Tuesday to Friday, and 10:30 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. This week's episode is a little bit shorter than last week's episode, and we also missed a week. That is simply because I took some days off. One, because I was getting a new desk and a new setup, and two, because it was really, really hot. So basically I took some days off. We got kind of behind on the schedule, and I covered a ton of families in the first video. So I covered enough that we're pretty much at a good point to update on some new families, and this video will be covering 4 families, and that's what you'll get. Let's get into the lore. The first family that we'll be covering is the Rose family. If you don't know much about Twitch, on Twitch you can have community challenges for your viewers. So basically viewers can raise points just for watching stream and participating, and for the community challenge they can donate a certain number of points towards that to get a certain thing happen or to achieve a certain goal. One of my first community challenges, my community raised 40k points in order to unlock a family of plant sims. Basically it was inspired by one of my mods, Stella, who I mentioned plant sims one day, and she found out about plant sims and she was like, we need them. So I said, fine, you want plant sims, you raise 40k points, and that's what they did. The plant sim family started huge and just keeps getting bigger and bigger. They live in a very big greenhouse. It has a few inside areas because there are some humans in the family. But we have a big pond and a big garden and a big swimming pool and a few inside areas. It is interesting. There's also a business on the lot, but we'll get into that in a little bit. The founder of the household is Ruby Rose, who is a knowledge/fortune plant sim. Her hobby is nature, and she likes to garden and go swimming in the swimming pool. Ruby's son Ash is a popularity/knowledge plant sim. He is into the nature hobby as well, and he likes to fish as well as take care of the fish in the fish tank. Ash is married to Scarlett, who is another plant sim. Scarlett is a family/knowledge plant sim, and she's also into the nature hobby. Just like her mother-in-law, she likes to garden and go swimming in the pool. Ash and Scarlett started out with 3 plant sim children, Ivy, Moss, and Hazel. While Ivy and Moss have moved out and started their own families, Hazel still is around the house and helps out with the business mostly. Hazel is a fortune/family sim, and she is into the nature hobby as well. She enjoys the birdcage and the model train set. Because plant sims don't operate like normal sims, aka they only need sunshine, water, and love, they don't sleep, they don't eat. We had a lot of time to kill, so one of my viewers, Gift of Gabby 1, said, why don't you start a business with the plant sims to keep them busy? So this was a great idea, so thank you, Gift of Gabby. For a while, we had Scarlett, Ivy, Moss, and Hazel all making toys. I forget who was the first one to roll the want to get a toy making badge, but once I got a toy making bench, they all wanted to do it. So we made a bunch of toys. Ruby helped with some flower arrangements, and then Hazel made a few robotic items, not that many, but some. The shop also sells food, so we have food for purchase that you can sit down and eat right there, or we have full family meals that you can take home for your family. There's also some crates of fresh produce, so the business pretty much has literally everything. It's basically a market for a bunch of random stuff. After Moss and Ivy moved out, Hazel started to focus on the business pretty much full time. Everyone else in the household takes care of stocking the shop, while Hazel does the cash register and the selling and kind of manages the front of house. As an experiment to see if plant sims could have human children, Jet was born. And then shortly after, Opal came. I believe Jet is now a teen and Opal is a child. Don't quote me on that, I'm not quite sure, but tune in to see. Jet will grow up to be a romance/family sim, and he will go into the education career after he finishes school. Jet's hobby is games, and he likes playing darts as well as playing on the computer. Opal will grow up to be a fortune/family sim, and she plans to go into the gamer career when she grows up. Just like her older brother, Opal is into games, so she likes to also play darts as well as play mahjong. Around the time that Opal was born, Scarlett rolled the wand to have 10 kids, so we were already at 5, so I was like, let's have 5 more. In one night, Scarlett gave birth to 3 plant sim children, Quartz, Robin, and Pearl. She then became pregnant and we forced twins, so she should hit her 10 baby goal before she ages into an elder. She's currently pregnant. On the romance forecast, Pearl found love with Kristen Lost and moved into her household, so Pearl has moved out. Quartz and Robin stayed back to help out around the house and the business. Basically, I just recently got a mod that allows plant sims to have child and teen phases, but this was before I got that mod, so Quartz and Robin are already adults, just like Pearl. They, in vanilla plant sim fashion, they aged up straight from toddlers to adults, so they're a little bit older than everyone else. Quartz is a romance/family sim. He's in the paranormal career. He's into the science hobby, and he's into stargazing as well as performing stand-up comedy. Robin is a fortune/family sim and in the science career. Robin is into the science hobby, he's into stargazing and filming with the video camera. The household has a bunch of pets, a dog named Snow, a cat named Khaki, and 2 birds, Rainbow and Tigertail. In the next round, we'll see some people age up. I think Opal will be aging up into a teen. I am not sure where Jet is. He's either aging up into a teen or moving off to university. Or neither, we'll see. Scarlett will give birth to twins and hit her goal of having 10 children, and we'll have more business happen in the Rose Farm. Tune in to celebrate with me when Scarlett has her 9th and 10th child. The next family is the Specter family. The Specter household originally obviously starts with Olive and her niece Ophelia. Right at the start of playing, I took Nervous Subject out of the Beakers household, changed his name to Nyan Specter because Olive is his mom, if you're not aware, and I moved him in with his mom. And Ophelia moved off to college soon after that, and then Olive eventually passed on. But Nyan now carries on the Specter family name and lives in his mom's house. Before Olive passed on, she did get to meet Nyan's wife, Blanche. Nyan and Blanche had 1 child, Owen, and then later on, when Owen was already a teen, they had a surprise child, Shiloh. As of recent, Nyan and Blanche are nearing their elder years. Owen is a teen and is getting ready to move off to school, whereas Shiloh is just a little one, but she's growing up into a child soon. So we'll get to learn more about her soon. The household also has a cat named Mariah. Nyan is a family/pleasure sim. He's in the paranormal career and he's into science as his hobby. He enjoys stargazing and using the hot tub. Blanche is a fortune/popularity sim. She's into the arts and crafts hobby and she's also in the artist career. She enjoys pottery and playing on the piano. Owen is a knowledge/family sim. He will grow up to go into the gamer career. His hobby is games and he enjoys playing chess as well as using the birdcage. Obviously the family has a bird. I believe the bird's name is Liberty. I'm not quite sure. On the romance forecast, Owen is currently dating Naomi Broke. Now that Nyan is free from the Beakers, he has started his own life. How does he feel about becoming a father to a child again so late in life, especially now that his oldest son is already moving out? The next family is the Stern family. So in the last video, I mentioned Frosteria, which is a winter-only sub-hood that we made as a result of a community challenge. My community raised 80k points and unlocked Winter Wonderland Week, where we made 3 new community lots, 3 new families, and 3 new houses. The Stern family was one of those families, and the family started with a young couple, Jace and Lucia. After a round or so, Lucia got pregnant and gave birth to Rosalie, who is now a child. As of recent, Jace and Lucia don't really have much going on. They've never really had much going on, but Rosalie will be aging into a teen soon. Jace is a fortune/knowledge sim. He's in the adventurer career. Arts and crafts is his hobby. Jace likes to sew and play the guitar. Lucia is a pleasure/romance sim, and she's in the slacker career. Cuisine is her hobby, so she likes to cook and bake. She also enjoys using the video camera to practice filming. Rosalie will grow up to be a popularity/family sim. Rosalie will go into the paranormal career when she grows up after school, and she is into the science hobby. Rosalie enjoys stargazing as well as using the punching bag. There's not really a lot going on at the Stern households. It's definitely one of the more boring households, but we stay invested and we wait for something exciting to happen. Maybe someone will use their channel points to make something happen. You never know with my community. The final family we'll be covering today is the Curious family. This household started with a man named Dwayne Neal. Dwayne was an elder and he met Dina Caliente before she had met her now husband, General Buzz. He told Dina that he was rich He was lying, so when they got married and he moved in, she found out he had $1 to his name, and she kicked him out promptly. So now Dwayne was playable, and I had to do something with him. I didn't really know what to do with him, but I thought, you know what, Laszlo Curious has nothing going on. So I aged Dwayne down into an adult, and I paired him up with Laszlo, and they made a great couple. Dwayne and Laszlo live in a house downtown, and they had a nice backyard wedding with all their family and friends attending. Lots of family, lots of curious Sims. Through a science pregnancy, Dwayne got pregnant and gave birth to Catherine, who is Laszlo's biological daughter, as well as obviously Dwayne's biological daughter. It's science. Catherine is now a teen and is looking into university. In the last round, Laszlo got abducted by aliens, and he's very pregnant and about to give birth to another child. So we'll have to see what happens there. I've seen him walking around the neighborhood, and he's ready to pop like any second. Basically, we're expecting a new baby in the house. Laszlo is a knowledge/pleasure sim. He is in the journalism career, and film and literature is his hobby. He enjoys writing novels as well as playing on the game table. Dwayne is a family/popularity sim, and he's in the paranormal career. Science is his hobby, so he enjoys stargazing, but he also enjoys using the RC toy. Catherine is a fortune/family sim. Catherine will go into the slacker career when she grows up, but for now she enjoys the tinkering hobby. Catherine enjoys toy making and tinkering with the junk car. Dwayne and Laszlo were about to head into their golden years as empty nesters now that their only child, Catherine, has grown up and is getting ready to move off to school. However, an alien abduction changed all that, and Laszlo is now pregnant. With a new baby on the way, how will things be in this curious household? That's everything we're going to cover this week. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm on all social media at Apparently Amanda TV, except for Twitch. That's where I'm just Apparently Amanda. I upload all of my in-game photos to apparentlyamandatv.tumblr.com. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm working on it. More photos will come eventually, I promise. I've got lots more to come. I always have lots of photos. I just get a little behind sometimes. I upload new YouTube videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays, you get my Paralives rotational gameplay series with the pre-mates, and on Fridays, you get these recaps of my Sims 2 Uberhood streams. My streams happen every day from Tuesday to Sunday. On Tuesday to Friday, we stream at 1 p.m. Eastern, and on Saturday and Sunday, we stream at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.